Testing, testing. Hello. Hi, Shiri.
Hello. Wait, I think I have like two avatars there.
Huh?
What happened?
Eh,
Yeah, we got.
Chili. We got two chili today.
Oh my god.
Why ah?
I don't know.
It's nice,
Why
right?
there's two? What? Why is there two?
I don't know. I think it's, yeah, it makes us feel like more people. How are you? I thought you're tired.
No, it's fine. I mean, I'm standby at work, so
So you can do a
we're
bit.
we can do more of it.
Yeah, I think we can try, like, I think this is like a session where try, because okay, maybe I feel that the main cast of like the whole podcast would be two of us, because like I
Mm-mm.
guess we're the more like, regular members. So maybe you can also let me know what you think this episode, or like not this episode, just this series should be, because I was thinking of appealing to like a bigger audience as well, in
Mm-mm.
with like, like Genshin reference, like how we do about like, like the things about coming of age and life, and then we add like
Yeah.
some Genshin twist to it. So I was kind of want to do like something like that, or like even, because you also gave me an idea about how like the am I the asshole, and then we can talk about like who is the asshole in the game. Then
Oh
point out
yeah.
like what they do, like is Raiden an asshole for killing Signora, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. That's actually good. I was
Yeah,
thinking of that. There are situations where we can read. I mean, lore related, of
yeah,
course,
correct,
in the
like law
game.
related, right? And then like we can
Yeah.
discuss about like, is it the right thing that they do or not. So I was thinking, with that, right, maybe we need to think about how we can structure, and also um like go about executing this. And then
Mm-mm.
maybe it will be quite interesting if like for each law, right, we can be at different part of the map, like in the Genshin, like when we are streaming, right?
Mm-mm.
Maybe if we are gonna, talk about more Li Yue kind of stuff, then we will be like, in like more Li Yue place, like in Li Yue places, or like playing Li Yue music. I think that also can be another thing. And then uh, I think law related like allows us to share the story, and for people don't know, right, it will be a bit of like a storytelling for them as well. And um, I guess like fundamentally we also can share like our Genshin experience. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah. There's a lot that we can discuss and process. I'm just not sure how can we start it or where
Yeah,
to
yeah, that's
start.
the thing, right?
Yeah.
Because it would be very different from like right off React, or even like when we're talking about different things. Because for this one, right? Hi,
Mm-mm.
Obito. Yeah. So like, because for like our Genshin type of podcast is actually more towards like, um we will be relating Genshin to be something that's more than, like just a game, because we'll be taking references, we will be taking like quote unquote also lessons from the game, like 10 things you shouldn't do, or like 10
Yeah.
shitty things characters been doing that's bad for mental health. you know
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah, like we can call out on toxic characters. I think that would be quite funny.
Yeah. There's another one like who's the best sibling or something.
Who's the
Even
what?
though they're not, yeah, who's the best sibling? Who's the best series?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
we
yeah,
can
yeah.
we can we can like rank them from this sibling to this one, even though they're not related or
Yeah,
blood
correct, correct.
related or what. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a
I
lot
think as
of
well.
categories. Like we have to really pick which
Yeah,
one we can
and I think
discuss.
we can also like touch on like what we think the characters are going through. I think that might be something relatable as well.
Mm.
Yeah, like I can't think of anything offhand, but like uh, something that a character is going through, and like how is it about embracing, or is it about like going against whoever's going against you, that kind of direction. But I okay, personally I don't understand the law a lot, so you might have to carry. do
Oh,
you
okay,
do
okay.
you
Yeah.
understand it a lot? So maybe you can tell like some parts of the story that you know. So like when if we are going to any particular direction, right? So if you know any like um if you know like the law how it goes, right? Maybe you can also give like a bit of a summary, because I feel like I want to make this also a podcast, right? That's inclusive for people who doesn't play Genshin as well. Like that's the I mean, to me that's like the one of the most important thing. So like for people who don't play Genshin and listen, right, or like when they see the title, it kind of it will make them like curious and then click on like our podcast. Yeah,
We can do that. Yeah.
we can.
Yes, we can. Like for example, it's not just beginners where I mean not just beginner audience, but I know some of the players doesn't really look at the lore when they play the game.
Yeah, like me.
Like
Yeah, like me, like me.
back to you.
Oh
Okay.
shit. Yeah. How ah?
Okay. Wait. So where do we actually
Yeah, I can go to your world.
start? Okay.
I can go to your world, then we can just like like run around doing stuff, just hitting random stuff, and then like talking a bit and all.
Oh wait. You haven't explored
Where?
GAA yet? Uh,
Which? How do you know? Thanks for the follow, Obito. Usually we do stream Genshin, and then we do mostly like quite a bit of podcasts. So we were trying to like see if we can do something that is Genshin relatable. And Chili here is also a Genshin streamer.
yeah.
Chili, say hi in the chat.
Hello, chat.
Type hi in the chat.
Hello, chat.
So
Hi.
so
Hi.
it's easier for Obito to follow Chili.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. My bad. I was supposed to type
Yeah,
hi.
I said type hi the chat. Yeah, she streamed.
There you go.
Yeah, Pika hi.
Ika, hi.
Yeah, and so I can do this. Can you hear like the fan sound? I can join your. Hey, friends already in
My,
co-op game. Oh, it's
me?
me. It's me. It's me.
Me too.
Yeah.
I can join your world though, so we can explore GAA. You can get more chests or something
Where? This one?
on
I think
your
a lot of my
account.
place. I think quite a bit of the place isn't really explored. Maybe you can let me know where should we start.
Yeah, sure. Wait, did you do the co-op already? Like,
Which one?
in GAA, like each character have after the story they have like two sets of game that you can do in co-op.
No, I didn't. How do we go about it? Maybe you can tell me
Um,
later.
yes. Okay. Then-
My God. Yeah, so today we can cover like uh okay, maybe we can cover like the like one of our okay, I think we can share one of our favorite Genshin memory, and then after that we can share maybe not one, we can just share like maybe a few, like two or something, and then after that we can we can talk about the one that we can rank characters. Do you think we should rank characters
Yeah, sure.
today?
We can care. Which which one though? Like um, let's see. I'm checking
We can we can do
ranking.
character ranking, or we can um we can also like think, or maybe you can share about yeah, you can share about what are some asshole characters that you think, then we can we can dissect. You can share with me like in the law like what actually happened, and then we can uh, discuss about it. Well, what do you think?
Yeah. We can do that. Wait, let's categorize. So favorite thing.
Yeah, I think I think
Ah,
we can just jump
yeah,
straight into the asshole thing.
we
Actually,
can.
yeah, because the favorite thing it felt like another category. It doesn't felt like
Oh,
it's the
okay.
same flow. So I was thinking like we can do like just one category. Okay, let me know your take. So I was thinking if we want to do right, we can do like one category, right? And then like
Mm-mm.
it's very easily summarized in the title. So like I would expect like right off the bat, right, it's more towards like smaller, like shorter podcasts, not like 1 hour, but maybe like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Yeah. Oh,
Mm-mm.
yeah. Or like maybe it wouldn't, depending on subject of course, but I guess like it's more like straightforward in that sense. Like if we are ranking character, right, then that episode we will just be ranking character, and then we'll be maybe touching on a bit more about it. So like I was saying, right, just now when you're saying ranking character, you kind of gave me an idea about how like maybe we can discuss like what are some like personalities of the characters that we like and why, that kind. So it kind of brings us to, you see, I haven't even read the story, so it brings us to like see what the characters are going through. So it allows us to kind of like put it out, and I mean when we are doing like the podcast, right, to have it out there, and then we can talk about why this certain character is a character that we connect with or we can relate to. I was thinking that that might be something, that might be a good angle, or a more interesting angle when it comes to ranking character. So we
Yeah.
also actually get his character story, character study in. And hi, Sugoi, would you like to join us? We were about to start podcasting. If you're free, if you're up for it, let me know. Then feel free to hop on. Yeah.
I saw something like 10 most annoying characters rank.
Okay, we can do that. We can do that.
We can do that.
We can do that.
And then we can
Hi,
insert
Nero.
like the lore that
Yeah.
we know about them.
Like what?
Yeah.
And
I sent
hi,
it to you in Discord.
Nero Vermilion. Yeah.
Hi. Hello. Sugoi. Hi, Nero.
Oh, okay. Please do get some rest. I think I need to try to remove the thing first. Wait, let me.
Oh, wait. Sound alerts?
Yeah. Yes. Let me try to remove the sound alert first. I don't know why is it like, because I already muted. Like I pressed like the close, right. I don't know why is it
Mm-mm.
still showing up. Because I thought like in podcasts it's better like not to have sound alerts.
Oh.
I
It's still,
feel.
I think it's still show
Why
in the chat. I'm
No, as
not
in
sure.
like I kind of mute it.
But
You see, it's
yeah,
still
I can't
showing
hear
up.
anything.
Huh?
Yeah, it's still showing up. Mm-mm.
Can you hear?
No, I can't hear.
You can't hear? I can hear it though.
Wait, let me see. Let's try to redeem something.
Yeah, I did. I tried doing a redeem, and it came out. Why
Maybe you should go to the um
Because I didn't have that browser source right added in stream.
yeah. Wait, but because it's a redeem, so you have to turn off the redeem if you want it completely gone.
Oh,
People can't redeem it.
how to turn off redeem?
It's in the stream manager, then
In,
viewer rewards.
in Twitch?
Yeah, on Twitch.
Oh no, redeem means there's no sound, right? You're damn smart, like okay.
Yeah, totally
Yeah,
no
yeah.
redeem.
I think we should do that. And hi, sorry Vermilion to do that. But yeah, yeah, because I thought I can just remove that source, right? Like I created another like template without the source, and I thought that would work, but apparently it doesn't. Yeah. Yes, hi. How's your day, Nero Vermilion? We're gonna do like something like a bit of Genshin podcast. And anyway, viewer rewards, channel points. Where's the redeem thing? Manage
Um,
reward.
viewer rewards channel points. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Then I just uncheck enable channel points, is it?
Yeah.
Actually, I can just. Okay, I'll just leave the cat one. Remove the cat. Okay.
Mm-mm.
I'll just keep the cat one so we can have your favorite cat sometimes.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen the orange cat for a long time.
Yeah, for a long time, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we can do that for this special episode. We can do your favorite cat.
Okay. The ginger cat.
Oh shit.
Oh no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not the ginger cat. It's the. Oh yeah, it's the ginger cat.
Okay, come, let's go. Let's fucking go, guys. Yeah, okay. We should do the. Okay, we can do the annoying character. Actually, wait. Let's just do the annoying character. It's easier, right?
Yeah, it's easier.
Okay,
So
let's-
we're just gonna read the. What do you call this? We can read the description and then we can add more after.
Yeah, like
if we agree or
annoying-
not.
Annoying Genshin, like annoying Genshin characters, right? And then
Yeah.
after that, maybe we can add like it'll be more funny if like uh it'll be more funny if we have friends, right, that act like that Genshin character who is annoying. So like my title will be like, 10 annoying characters, right? Annoying Genshin characters bracket like my real life friend, you know. So like so
Yeah.
people who doesn't play Genshin, right, would also understand like, like this concept, like, we are like gonna talk about annoying Genshin characters. Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe you can find. Yeah, where are you? I'll find you. Okay. I can use your sister. We are the Kamisato duo, yo. Ayaka is really strong.
Yeah.
Kamisato, yo. Yeah, correct. Yeah, we're gonna try to relate like real life, in real life people, right, to annoying Genshin characters. I think that'll be quite funny. Yeah, we are the Kamisato clan.
Wait,
Okay,
wait.
okay. When you're ready, then I'll like like I'll start recording, then do like the whole opening and let's go.
Let's go. No.
Okay, are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Can you hear like the fan sound from like my mic?
Oh, not really. Not
Not
really.
really, as in, is there one?
Wait. Ah, wait.
Okay.
Oh no, you fell. The
Can you
the
hear like the
controller
fan?
fell. No, I can't hear. I can't hear it.
Okay, okay. Let me just try to.
Kamisato actually and Kamisato Emmy. Imagine.
I know, right? Okay, let's do this. Right
Let's
off
do
Teyvat.
this.
Teyvat, okay. 3, 2, 1, then I'll open and then like the same thing. Okay, 3, 2. So
Let's go.
today is like the pilot of our new spin-off series. It's called Right Off Teyvat, and right here on Twitch, me and Chili is in Genshin, and we're streaming right now. We are the Kamisato duo, and today we so for Right Off Teyvat, right, we are trying to relate real life situations or like circumstances, lifestyle. It could be anything to Genshin, and this is not sponsored by Hoyoverse. Just like to say it first. If Hoyoverse want to sponsor us, please do reach out. So we have Chili today. Yeah, maybe Chili, you can share a bit more about what we are going to talk about today.
Yeah, hi, I'm Chili. I'm also a Genshin player and streamer. And
Yes.
today we are going to talk about 10 most annoying characters by rank. So, are you guys ready? Because just as there are attractive and charismatic characters in Genshin Impact, there are also irritating ones. So
Yes, yes.
this is part of what gives the game harmonic dynamics and makes seeing them a fun experience. So we'll see a character's annoying nature might be due to a mannerism or personality trait or even the way they look at not physically but the way they look at things in life. So
I like how you put it, like the way they look at things in life.
yeah.
Okay, let's go. So maybe like from like our leads, right? The first one, um, Bennett, who can be overly enthusiastic.
Yes.
So maybe what's your take on that?
Yeah, wait, we have here. I mean, Bennett can be like optimistic or pessimist depending on which player is using Bennett. So Bennett himself is like annoying or awesome. Can be annoying or awesome actually, because if you look at him, he simply doesn't believe in giving up life. And despite many failed attempts to be a competitive or competent adventurer, is actually a lovely character in a sense, having as a friend. But if you relate it in real life, like there are friends like that, they can be super lovely, but their outlook in life is like, why I'm gonna try, I'm just gonna be failing anyway. Like that. Like there's no pushing the boundaries. I mean, they will try to push boundaries, but at the same time, they don't believe they can make it. And it takes a lot of effort to make them believe to themselves. So how can actually help someone if they don't believe it first? At least 1% of belief. He's not
Yes,
like
yes,
that. And I
yes.
noticed that when we were doing a hangout with Bennett. There are so many times that the traveler would bring Bennett along with them throughout the hangout.
Yeah.
And there's one part there because there's 6 endings in a hangout, right? One part
Yeah.
there is like you have seen 3 precious chests, and we're expecting to have like more primos on that. But Bennett already said that, nah, we've seen a lot of chests before, which there's a treasure, but it doesn't have treasure inside. For a moment, he believed the traveler, but when they found out that it's cabbage, like, I knew it because it's me. I'm a failure. Like, okay. Like, dude, you don't have to be sad 100%. Yeah.
Yes, correct. Yeah, it's. I
But
think it's
yeah.
also something that like I feel it can be quite mental health related in a very very weird way. It's about how like two sides cannot really see each other's perspective if a person is either like overly optimistic or pessimistic, and then the other party
Yeah.
would feel like, oh, or why can't you, for example, like in the case of depression, then like why can't you like cheer up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really tell a person to cheer up, especially if they're in the middle of being in a depressed state, and if we overexceed our help on that, we might be seen to the person as a a toxic positivity, as they say. So I think that that's a different topic. But with Bennett, I think it's he needs a positive person with him at all times, just to at least tweak his mindset, because his mindset is already negative,
Like on
and I feel
failure,
like,
right?
yeah, on failure mode, like if there's two doors, success and failure, he would just go to the failure side even if it's adventuring, because he knows. And I think there's one of the ending in the hangout with the traveler where the traveler already believed that that Bennett is a bad luck when they got stuck inside the domain. Because there are 6 endings, one of which is like they they were stuck inside the domain and the late came so very late. And the other was like Bennett doesn't want the traveler catching any bad luck, so he ate the food and he got upset stomach. I mean, the intention of saving the traveler is there, which is I like, but at the same time, he actually like accepted his fate. It's sad and annoying at times. Like, why would you accept that you're a failure? I mean, sometimes you have to embrace such things, but you don't have to stay there forever at that state. It's like telling a person you don't have to be upset. It's okay to be upset sometimes
Yeah,
and
yeah,
feel
I
down, but
agree.
you don't have to be staying on that state forever.
Yeah, like keep like allowing them to continuously exist in that state. Is it?
Oh, yeah, it
Mm-mm.
is. So yeah, that's the reason why Bennett is at number 10.
I think thanks for like shedding light about the hangout thing. It really tells a lot about him, as a character, and I like how like the hangout thing really like allows us to see this person as he is. Like it gives more like just a character to play, because functionality wise, Bennett is actually amazing.
Yes, functionality wise, yes, he
Yeah,
is amazing, and he doesn't know that. He needs a person to tell him that
yeah,
no adventurer likes you, but look at this. It's ironically and uh, it's a thing. Like
yeah. It's
in game, they don't want him.
yeah,
But outside game in IRL, people
yeah.
use him, and it's always on the team. He doesn't see that because we're not inside the game, and I feel like the traveler can tell him that
Yes,
he's
yes.
amazing. And I think the other adventurers doesn't really know him, how he is good at. Like they don't see the full potential of Bennett.
I agree. I
You
agree.
know.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe moving forward, we can head on to number 9,
Number
which is
9.
Xiangling. So it was mentioned that
Yeah.
Xiangling is an airhead with a lackluster skill. So on to like the writing is like she's like a bit like Paimon, except that she's a mortal and playable character, but she's not the sharpest
Mm.
tool, and um, one thing that I noticed in the game as well, and also that they mentioned as her choice of ingredients are odd, and it will give people a bad case of salmonella poisoning.
Yeah.
And that's the bad cannot eat the guoba.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I
I
can't.
mean, the annoying part is like she can see everything as a food, which is kind of scary. Except for humans, I think. But if it's, I mean, I am a bit surprised at the beginning of the game when she chooses like, "Are you edible?" And she said that to Paimon.
Yeah. But what do you think? Do you think we have like um a person? Do you know a person that might somewhat be relatable to Xiangling, or like what kind of traits do you think?
I think her confidence though in cooking. I mean, I remember when they did the cooking challenge between him. I mean, not him. Who's the other person
Xiangling
in
and this one person, I know.
Shangling?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot the name of the character
Yeah,
in
she was so sure
Springvale.
that she'll win, right?
Yeah, she was so sure that she'd win. She almost didn't wing it. I mean, that's how talented she is. Like, she wants a bit of ingredient. You like over the top thinking that I can use any ingredient like that. It can be really annoying. What if you don't have that kind of resource? That type of thinking doesn't want to be a compromise. I know. I think the better way to put it is, if you're in a teamwork, this person doesn't want to complete the task if they don't want the right materials. So the person doesn't want to compromise anything if they don't if it's not done on their way. So she can be a bit annoying on that. But I can see how can she be annoying in a good thing, because she knows what she do. I, but I cannot say it's 100% because she almost lost the main ingredient, which is the boar, at that particular cooking contest. What if she didn't do the boar? She didn't get the exotic meat that she needs to. And I feel like the side dish was just lucky because the traveler knows a side dish that they acquire the recipe from Good Hunter. Yeah.
Someone host actually mentioned that she's basically a 7 in cooking, isn't she?
Yeah. I think so. Like, I used to think of this, it's not related to the most annoying topic that we have. Most annoying character topic that we have. So if you get like isekai in Genshin, one of the person that I would like to meet if I don't have money or stuff like food or shelter, I would go to Liyue and meet Shangling. I think she's still friendly,
Yeah,
and
she is. I
and
think she's very
I want
bubbly also.
I would not get hungry because I'm willing to be the guinea pig
She can
of her food.
cook anything, right? Yeah.
Yeah, she can cook anything, and basically so long that I don't find the ingredients
Yeah. But I actually like
beforehand.
how, like, her personality, right? She enjoys like experimenting with like different recipe. I feel that like on the good note, right? I feel that people can actually adopt this kind of personality in terms of, I mean, not cooking anything, but be more experimental and open with trying out cooking with different things.
Yeah.
Or I mean not just cooking, maybe like you can do arts in different thing, or you can try out different thing. I think it's just getting off your comfort zone kind of thing. But for Xiangling, I think she doesn't really have a comfort zone when it comes to cooking to begin
Yeah, I
with,
think.
because she can cook anything.
Yeah, she can't cook anything. That's a scary part. I mean, one of the chat mentioned like Toast said, "What if she cooks you?"
Yeah.
That's scary. I mean, I think you have to show her that you're human just like her. So
Yeah.
so you won't be a source of ingredients on the
Mm.
with yeah, but
Yeah.
that was scary at the part when she said, "Are you edible?" to Paimon.
Yeah, yeah,
Paimon
yeah.
is basically a floating child, you know. So
Floating child. Yeah, so I was reading like on the fandom, right? Then it mentioned like, her father always said to her that there are many secrets to cooking. The most
mm-mm.
important of it, which is passion, which is actually kind of sweet because I didn't really know, like, there is this side to her, until like we are doing this podcast thing, and then it made me read more about Xiangling as a character as we are,
Yeah.
yeah. So, XZ mentioned that Xiangling sounds like an ESFP. Oh, we
Yes.
can do like next time, right? We can
Oh.
guess MBTI.
Oh yeah,
MBTI
we
to
can. We
like
can do that. Good job, Exy.
yeah, yeah.
It just
Thanks for
gave us
giving us,
another
yeah,
topic.
another idea for like another episode. Yeah, we can get XZ to rate, to like guess, and then we see if it fits what XZ guesses. Yeah. So anyway, we can move down to number 8. So number 8, we are talking about Barbara's ego.
Yeah.
So Barbara is kind of like the monster diva and or idol, sorry, quote unquote idol, and she's like the TikTok star of Mondstadt. I mean, to like put it, more like relatable in the current era. And she's also from a royal family, so she's girl with silver spoon and then knows how to sing. Loud popular girl caught up in fame and popularity. So she had the audacity to proclaim herself as an idol after merely learning the word from a foreign adventurer. On top of that, she okay, this part is a bit long, but yeah, anyway, uh so it was saying that she doesn't have what it takes, but also like on the other hand, she keep thinking that she has what it takes. So what's your take on
Mm-mm.
this, Jay?
Uh, Barbara can be like super passionate about one thing,
Mm,
but doesn't really appreciate or see the consequences
mm, mm,
of
mm,
the result of that passion. Yeah, that's how I see her. Like, she loves to be an idol, but at the same time, she, I mean, she doesn't have that interaction to the people that wants, ah, like a fan, you know. She doesn't have that fan interaction.
mm, mm, mm,
All,
mm,
although on her hangout, we know that she really likes her sister so much, and at the same time,
oh,
her fan interaction, I mean, some of the fans
oh
can
yeah,
be really creepy towards her,
the
but
treasure
she
one.
doesn't have. Yeah, she doesn't
Yeah.
really have that.
Mm,
That can be annoying. And at the same time, when we do the quest where we feel the holy lyre,
mm, mm.
and then we return the holy lyre to her, and then yeah, I think
Yeah,
Barbados that this is fixed
yeah, the
already,
fake one. Yeah.
and she changed her attitude immediately, not knowing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
so
yeah.
obvious, man, that Barbados is venti. How can you not see that? Like, yeah, I find it annoying. And Jean, oh my god, don't tell
Yeah.
me. I got annoyed with Jean not telling her. I don't
Oh.
actually understand at first why did they hide it, but at the same time, you know, there's a quote where you don't want to meet your heroes or something because
Mm,
you
mm,
might be disappointed or whatnot. Maybe that's the reason
mm,
why.
mm, mm.
Oh,
So you feel that Jean should tell her, is it?
yeah.
But what about
I
you?
mean,
Like, if your friend know like about something that you are doing that is wrong, do you do you think you should would you tell your friend or
I
like
mean, I'm that
uh,
kind of friend. I mean, you don't have to tell the person how harsh it is, or sometimes you just need to tell them straight away. I would appreciate it if my friend would tell me, you know what, you are doing something wrong, or I feel like if you are friends, you don't have to be shy about telling things. Yeah.
I agree. I agree. And I feel that like because of this, right? It it's also something that like I mean from Barbara, like from what you share, I feel like family, you know, like how she treats her sister is something that we can learn from, and also like it's interesting how you note about how Jean, you know, like you didn't like how like Jean didn't tell her. It just kind of makes me think, you know, it just kind of makes me think like about like what do the people in Mondstadt actually treats her as, you know, if they don't, you know, tell her about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And is it something that, you know, it kind of like everyone else know something but she doesn't. Yeah.
I think that's one reason why she's included on this list. But other than that, I like how their dynamic is as a sister, you know. I really appreciate how she loves her sister Jean. But I feel like she's still shy about talking to Jean, you know. I mean,
Yeah, I think
they're
because
both
Jean,
shy.
I mean Jean's, you know, like title status in like the Genshin world is
Yeah.
like definitely a lot higher, and I guess like that gave her some sort of like, you know, like a authority gap. It's like imagine like you are in school and then your dad's like the principal, so it just kind of gives this kind of image, right, or like this hierarchy that one might find it like hard to, you know,
Mm.
get to.
Oh, wait, Toast mentioned something
Yeah,
like Venti is very disappointing
yeah, correct. I wanted to
personality
ask
at
those
first
two.
glance.
Yeah.
So I agree, because if you know Venti, you usually see him singing because he's a bard, and at the same time he's alcoholic. So
Wait, he's alcoholic?
he is. He likes to drink wine, and he often goes to Angel Share just to spend his bard money to drink.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no, this guy, I
Oh
didn't
no.
know he's an alcoholic. Oh my
Oh
god,
wait, you didn't.
Venti.
Oh, you didn't know.
Venti.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
he has to
Now
go to
you know.
AA now, man. Oh my god.
So maybe that's one reason why Jean doesn't want to tell Barbara. At this point, we're just guessing. You know, we're just guessing why she didn't tell Barbara about Venti.
Correct. So moving forward, we have Kaya, Kaya.
Yeah, Kaya.
Yeah. So it mentions about how Kaya tricks and manipulates people, and how Diluc is, you know, wary of him, and how he's shady and sus.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, despite, you know, him being the Knights of Favernus. So they didn't really touch on a lot about that, but mostly is on how, like, you know, he Kaya would deceive people to gain either information or like to get what he wants. So he resort to deception. So
Yeah.
I guess like how he was actually written is a little bit like low key ish. You know, how he might not care or have that much empathy about the safety of others, while he, you know, as long as he can achieve what he wants. Yeah. So
Yeah.
what's your take on Kaya?
I mean, same. Kaya is that friend where you can't 100% fully trust them because they always jokes on you, even though it's a serious matter. You know,
Reminds
like
me
you
of some
really have
friends.
to, you really have to shred in for to shred every layer of information to that friend so that you know that they're getting serious. But the thing is, I have I know I've known some people like that where I mean, you can literally cut them off guard to make sure that they're telling the truth, but you can't really make them say truth all the time. Like you have to try different ways. Yeah, because once you got out the truth from them, they will not be on that mode again because they know you got something out of them.
Yeah,
They're
correct,
witty
correct.
like that. But I have friends who change moods. Like have a long term friend that he used to be playful. But when get serious, we made an agreement like please, if you're serious, just tell me so we don't have to guess anymore. We've been friends for how long or whatever.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
now they are they compromise on that way. And Kaya is like that. You know the first quest when we did with
Yeah,
Kaya,
he
like
was making use of the traveler.
yeah, how he tricked the traveler in Paimon to have the treasure, and in the end, it's not really the treasure. You know. Yeah, I kind of don't like how he does that. So I that made him suspicious out of me. Like, oh my god, I don't think I like what he did. Even though we got the treasure in the end, like the sword. I feel like I was blindsided.
Yeah, correct. So actually, Toast mentioned something interesting about like would these people usually be the more responsible friend? I feel that sadly it's very situational dependent, but I feel that in most cases, right, or in cases that doesn't really benefit them or doesn't align with what they want, right, they might not be
Mm,
responsible. Like it felt like he's someone that is not exactly reliable and someone who would throw you under the bus if like anything goes wrong. So I would feel like less secure with this kind of person as a friend. Yeah,
yeah,
because like he as long as like you don't tell me like your intention, if I ever find out that like you have like other motive and I was make use of, and I guess it would always make me second guess your intention, which can be quite mentally unhealthy.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, but the only thing that kept us going in the game was Primo Jam, so we
wait, wait.
so who gives up to mental health, right?
Yeah, wait. I lost the one that we're following, the pink one. Wait, sorry.
Oh shit, I lost as well. I was trying to follow you, but I lost. Yeah, so anyway, moving down to the list,
Mm-mm.
there is a one on Kerting being Sundari.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's kind of written like the anime stereotypical girl who, I mean, in context, Sundari is the kind of like really like the fierce girl, but have like a warm personality inside, and like they just like have this whole facade to be it defense mechanism or like or something like that. So she shows mostly her irritable and serious outer shell rather than her charming and down to earth true self, and she's quite vocal um, about her irreverence. Okay, so this is really hard to relate for people to play
Mm-mm.
Genshin, but all in all, she's a more like she's pretty vocal. Actually, I can tell as well. Like when we are having dialogue with Kerting, right? So back then,
Mm-mm.
Kerting was one of the more like wanted characters because of her cat ears. But little did we know she's not like the kind of anime princess girl who would suck up to you because she's like angry and stern and serious. So she's quite vocal, which I guess is a personality that I like because she's straightforward, and uh, I'm not sure like what's your take on Kerting as a character, but I do feel um, people always like to play out with these whole tsundere things, and aside from the whole anime stereotype, right? I guess like in society, some people just don't like to be vulnerable because they feel like if I'm vulnerable or if I show my emotions, people might take advantage of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But
maybe what's your
she's
take
a
on that? Yeah.
yeah, my take on that was like she's a bit strong for a tsundere, but she's a tsundere in a way that um she takes everything. Like she's very on hands on in terms of
Mm.
leadership. And I feel like she's not utilizing her managerial skills just because she's a leader like that, you know. She's very vocal at things that she wants, but at the same
Mm.
time she wants to take everything.
Yeah.
So no delegation at all. It's just
Mm.
I find it a bit annoying because she's vocal, but at the
Mm.
same time she's vocal at the things that is also important, which is delegation. Yeah.
Mm. But I feel like she's
Eh,
someone, right? She's the kind of friend like I feel like for her, right? She's the kind of person
yeah.
that if like she doesn't want to hang out with you, she'll just say it. She'll just like tell you right in your face, you know, instead of like
Um,
um going through it with you
yeah.
and then gossiping it with someone else. Like you know what? Like I didn't want to go out then, but I do it anyway, cause I'm nice and all. But like yeah, she so to me I kind of like that straightforward part of Kerting, on based on this character. Maybe you can share more about how like she's vocal about the important part or like the delegation part, which might not be so good.
I
Did I?
think
Yeah.
hmm, yeah, she can be like that. Like she would really choose which friends she would hang out with. Cause I remember the lantern, right? Like you should be getting ready for the lantern right events. But no, she's not getting ready at all. She's just she's just she just wants to deal with the task instead of getting ready for lantern, right? That's
She.
what I remember.
I thought she was trying to convince people to buy her skin.
No.
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 It was the latter part, that she changed her outfit
Yeah.
and then was able to attend fireworks or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
it's just funny because her not delegates, how do you call that? Her subordinates actually told her that we got this under control, and at the same time we followed what you did, but then again, you're still here. Like you don't trust people enough to follow you at some point. Like I'm not sure if she's being perfectionist or what. I know I can relate to some point because I am like that too at work. Like for example, if I want things to be done, then I'll do it myself. I have that kind of attitude sometimes. But I've learned that if you are working with a team, especially in our team, um, you have to trust that your workmate also can help you, or
Yes.
your
Yes.
groupmate
Yes.
can also help you do the things, and you can do it efficiently together rather than alone, and it saves time. And I feel like Ching doesn't really have that in mind. Yeah.
And I feel that like this is also why, right, like the very cliche thing about how for like company hangout, like they get like their employees or like their team, right, to do like trust fall with each other. I think it's
No,
all about
I mean she can be, I think, but
yeah, yeah,
I think she's that kind of friend where she's so reliable that every friend would count on her. But
yeah, yeah,
when it's
but
the
she cannot
time that
trust,
yeah, she cannot trust to do the same thing to
like
her.
she trusts herself. But
Yeah, she
you also
trusts
do you see the
herself.
vibe that she's a very strong, like she's a very opinionated person and vocal. So depending on like what is her values, it could, you know, make or break her as a character. Yeah, for cursing that
Yeah.
is, yeah.
And you know how she opposed Morak's values, right? Like, no, we don't need gods. We are strong enough to defend Liyue. Like, dude, it's like telling your ancestors that
They're
we have
useless.
heroes, right? They're useless. Like, you will not be able to achieve this freedom if they weren't for them. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
please try to be open minded. But I think
yeah.
she gained that attitude where, oh, I think I need to take both sides, like I need to learn values in order to move forward. I
Yes,
think
yeah.
she was able to achieve that latter part of the game. But at the beginning, she was annoying. Like, hello, I know you're strong, but it's peaceful now because many people sacrificed their lives to achieve this peace, right?
Yeah,
So
correct.
I feel like she's a bit disrespectful on that part at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Understand, understand. Yeah. And maybe moving forward down, right? We have
Yeah.
Fischl, right? Who is an
Oh,
elitist
visual.
snob. So so like the generic write up about her is like, you know, she kind of have like superiority complex, and
Yeah.
they're only appealing in fiction. Am I right? No, yes, no, not sure. But
Yeah.
she can be quite a handful because of the way she behaves inside the game, and she only have one friend.
Mm-mm.
That's Burnett. Oh my god, Burnett. However, Burnett is friends with everyone, so he barely counts. Oh my god. The way she speaks is also enough to give anybody a nasty, like, to turn anyone off. And
Yeah.
yeah. So your take on Fischl and her personality?
Yeah, I am. Okay, let's relate her friends first because at the new event, I can't believe that Mona tolerates officials language. You know how? I'm not sure if you are done with the event, Emmy, with the GAA. Golden Apple
Somewhat. Yeah, yeah.
Archipelago.
Somewhat.
So there was a scene there. Might be a spoiler, guys, if you are not done yet in the event. So there was a
Okay.
scene there where official was like, they just arrived to the Golden Apple Archipelago. And then she introduced herself like, alas, we are in the island where the Imanakarish. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. But the people there respond, especially the first one to respond is Mona. Saying that, yes, your highness, Lady Majestus, I, Lady Majestus, have acknowledged your presence, princess, something like that. Like, and then Sinyan, Kazuha, and then the traveler was like, oh, so this is how we communicate today. Then they just ride on it. Sinyan questioned a bit, why are you talking like that? And then Kazuha just hop on the conversation, like, okay, so I think we're not gonna run on this, we're just gonna ride on how we talk to official, addressing her as your highness. So basically feeding the delusion state.
Yeah.
Which is not good IRL because they're not in touch of reality, but at the same time, if you're role playing, it
Yeah,
can be
that's
good.
fun.
It is
Yeah.
fun. But I don't feel like she's role playing. Like, it is her personality, and
Yeah.
I feel like official needs therapy at some point. I mean, explains the mirage and all. And
Yeah.
I'm not able to play the 1.1 event where Mona Official and Scaramouche met the first time. So Official met Scaramouche and she went on to introduce herself in a very long statement, which is kind of exhausting. But the thing is, I like how Scaramouche respond like, "Excuse me, like what?" Like, it's very relatable when after all the long introduction,
Yeah, yeah.
he doesn't get along immediately. Like, I feel like in IRL, if Fischl is like that, I would be responding the same thing as Scaramouche.
I think she'll
Like
be a
what?
very mentally texting person to hang out with. Like you rather hang out with Xiangling
Yeah.
than. But one thing is that I actually like that is being portrayed in the game is kind of made me felt like the whole castle and all is kind of like inside her head.
Mm.
We were getting through inside her head, so it also kind of gives me a bit of like the Persona vibes for the game. I mean, for like the event part of it, of this. Yeah. Oh no.
I
I
mean,
am
the dialogues are already long, but with Fischl, it's extra long.
yeah.
It's extra long all the time. And wait, I can't remember if we have a hangout. We don't have a hangout with Fischl, right?
Wait, no.
I'm not sure. Wait,
I
let
thought
me
we
see.
we have one.
Oh no, we don't have yet. We don't have yet. We have now on the event story, but
Yeah.
the hangout event none yet.
Mm-mm.
So I feel like yeah, she can be really annoying in game. Although she's OP in team comps, she's one of the sought after characters that you want to have, especially at the beginning of the
Mm-mm.
game. But I find it funny. I'm not sure. I find it funny at first when every time we interact with visual, it's an interesting words that comes out of the dialogue. But at the
Mm-mm.
same time, it can be really annoying, especially if
Yeah.
you are speedrunning the game.
And the bird is translating for her sometimes inside the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's actually it, and I find it really surprising that Mona is really tolerating her
It's like how Bennett.
speech. Yeah, how Bennett is also tolerating her speech,
Yeah.
and yeah, and Oz is translating it in a layman's term always. Her pet bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah. My last take is Bennett and Fischl together is cute, but at the same time they're feeding off each other's mental illness. So
Oh my god! Now that you said it. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah.
my
Not.
goodness, they
Yeah. Yeah.
both
Right.
need therapy, dude.
Yeah. They both need therapy. They both need therapy. It's like I think in one of the episode, right, we can even do like Genshin characters that need therapy.
Yeah,
And like these two, right, are like the top.
this is the
Yeah.
top two.
Are like the top characters, right? That need therapy. Yeah. It's oh yeah. It's kind of. I like how we went there actually because we started like all the way from Bennett, right, and then right now we're at the halfway mark, which is Fischl, right,
Yeah,
and you really bring things like kind of like full circle. And how like Bennett is her only friend. Okay, so anyway, moving down to number 4, right? So Ziona, it's
yeah,
I
Ayana.
mean apparently she was written like a classic tsundere as well, but she is a bit more hypocritical than usual characters because Diona hates alcohol, but instead of abstaining from it, she became like an alcohol tycoon in Mondstadt. So she's selling the thing that she hates. So she's not just any alcohol tycoon. Her tavern is actually one of the best. But
Yeah,
she hates alcohol because of her dad's alcoholism, and she blames Diluc for her father's lack of self-control.
yeah.
Very,
Like,
very
hello,
interesting
girl.
characters. Yeah,
There, she needs therapy.
yeah. She needs therapy. Oh my god, we found the amount of characters. The mental health, Genshin mental health patch.
Yeah. The reason why I'm annoyed with Diona is because although she's funny,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
her voice lines are funny.
Mm-mm-mm.
Um, the reason why I don't like it because like what you said, I hate that she does bartending, and she mentions it on her hangout that she hates she hates alcohol. She hates D-Loop because her dad is an
Yeah,
alcoholic, and it makes you feel like you're not accountable at all, you know?
yeah, and I
Like
think
like
it's
girl, you're bartending.
yeah, it's like her value doesn't really speaks with her actions as well, because to put it into like like in a more extreme way, right? It's like it's gonna be a bit trigger-ish. It's like how like
Yeah.
say this person's dad uh OD'd and passed away, and you hate
Yeah.
substances and you became like a substance dealer
Yes.
and you had the best shit. Yeah,
Yeah. I now that you mention it, one of her lines in her hangout was like, "That's why I become the best bartender in Mondstadt, because I find the drink that can make everyone quit alcohol." And then she makes the best drink that everyone likes alcohol. Very hypocrite.
oh my god. So what is this character that we have been using all this while?
Yeah. I mean, she's a great support
Yeah, she
nonetheless.
is, she
Of
is, she
course,
is.
one of the greatest characters we can use for the national team,
Mm. But
Genshin national
like
team.
on another hand, right? She's kind of like the kind of friend that she
Mm-mm.
who keeps promising you, like, for example, like, oh, I'm going to club again. I won't get drunk, and then they get
Yeah.
drunk, or like, oh, I hate like sleeping around, but she ends up sleeping around.
Yeah. She may be that friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
she's
they
that friend that
yeah.
like you wouldn't really take what she says seriously. Yeah.
And at the same time, I think this friend can be loyal to you even though you're bad already. Like, for example, they're so hooked at being friends with you already.
Yeah.
They kind of blindside other people.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Just, yeah, it can be a bad thing, because they're the type of friend that won't see your bad side. Like, for example, it's your fault, but they
Yeah.
would instead blame another person. No, it's not your fault, it's the other person. Or, like, for
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
example, you wouldn't be in that situation because of that person. Like,
Mm.
it can be like that. Like, they won't tell you right straight in the face that it's your fault. Just like how she say that his dad is alcoholic because of you. It kind
Yeah. Yeah.
of doesn't make sense.
Yeah. She kind of have like this very warped personality, right? Because in on the other hand, right, because she opens like the bar, right, she is actually another D-loop, quote unquote. I mean, she's a,
Yeah.
she's she became a form of enabler, and I don't know, it doesn't make her any better from a despite a person who hates alcohol but practices in the traits that advocates it. Yeah. So well, I guess from her it's about really end of the day like aligning like what we believe in and what we do, and I think Diona definitely isn't a character that we should learn from. Sadly.
Yeah. But
Oh, you first.
oh
What
no.
is wrong
Are we
with you?
exposing some of the characters now?
Yeah, it's like character flaws, right? Like we are just like throwing everyone like they need therapy. And moving down to number
Yeah.
three, right? Number three, I guess it might be a bit alarming because it's about Hu Tao. Hu Tao is
Mm.
one of like the most popular characters at launch, and so this was written that she is rebellious, thoughtless, and abrasive. So and she still behaves like that, and only Xiangling tolerates her. So and even T, the little cute vampire, couldn't stand her, and Hu
Oh
Tao and her
yeah.
pranks sometimes goes too far, and she often
Yeah.
acts like a brat with little regard for human life.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, and I mean more importantly for her customer satisfaction, which I guess is really hard to um, relate it for people who doesn't play Genshin, but on like
Yeah.
holistically speaking, like she felt like the kind of friend, right, who will play the kind of pranks that would hurt a person
Yeah,
but
she
don't
can be like
understand
that.
why.
Like
Yeah.
superficially, the first time I met Hu Tao in game was like, this
Mm-mm.
girl has a broken humor and dark humor at times, you know, because she
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
find it funny. I mean, it can easily be regarded that she doesn't value life,
Yeah.
but at the same time, the reality is she has this different perspective about life. That if you are done with life, you have to move on. And
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
people doesn't know that with her. And she views it practically. Like she's one of those people who ask you to buy insurance, basically.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna die someday. You have to make sure you're secured when you die. Like something like that. And
Mm-mm-mm.
people around Teyvat doesn't like it. She
Mm.
even says like, I can give you like a discount on your um second coffin. And
Mm-mm-mm.
imagine telling that to the Adventurers Guild. So
Yeah.
it's like you're expecting them to die already.
Yeah, yeah, correct. And I guess it's not very auspicious. I mean, to some Asian culture, like talking about even back then to like in very Chinese culture, right? Even
Yeah,
buying insurance is like a bad sign. It's like you're preparing or expecting yourself to get into an accident or die. That's why you buy it.
yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah.
but then again, yeah, like you said, like on the other hand, there is this like realism in her words.
Yes.
Yeah. But
I
she
can
is.
say
Yeah.
she is very realist
Mm-mm-mm.
at some point. And I like how she is. I mean she doesn't want to sugarcoat stuff.
Yeah,
And to
it
be
kind of makes me feel
honest,
like
she
she's
can
kind
be
of like
very gentle. Yeah.
badass kind. Yeah, like she will
Mm.
say what like she'll say what you don't like to hear, as long as she knows it's good for you.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I mean her quest though. I remember her quest before. When you have story quest for Hu Tao, when she's trying her best to be considerate to the ghost friend because there are four friends on the story quest, one of which died already, which the three friends doesn't know. And the task
Mm-mm.
on the lore or on the in-game story quest is we need to get at least one item from each friend that we can return to the afterlife to give that to the spirit so they can move on. And
Mm-mm.
um very she did it very politely. And she knows that she has that reputation, but she wants the task to be peaceful, and at the same time um she wants it to be completed by not telling the other friends that their friend died, you know. So in that way, she asked the traveler to accompany her to complete the task so that they would know that, oh, you again, you're trying to sell us funeral stuff. But in
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
reality, she's just doing the spirit a favor, which technically it's not her reputation to be spiritual in a sense, because her reputation was like she's so realistic that they cannot fathom people would understand if you believe in ghosts or whatever. And she is aware of
Mm-mm.
that. Like there's one task there that we have to defeat the leyline monolith.
Mm.
And then there's one person that the person thinks that they visited Wu Wang Hill and the spirit is harassing him. That's why he got sick. That's his belief. So she tried convincing the person that it's not a ghost at first, but the person was so intent in believing. So she rides on the belief and at the same time makes the person believe that the monsters that will come out from the monolith is a ghost.
Mm-mm.
And but when the traveler defeats it, the ghost is gone. So she has that situation set up as a placebo for the person to believe. And she went to that great lengths to solve the problem,
Yeah, to help
even though
that
it's not
person.
necessary. So I'm
Mm-mm.
not sure if it's annoying for me, but at the same time, I mean, maybe she encountered a lot of people that would doubt her
Mm-mm.
belief. So she compromised her belief just to solve things.
Mm-mm.
And it's annoying because you already accepted the fact that all people cannot handle the truth, which is understandable at times.
Yeah.
I'm not that conflicted on that. I think it's great of her to consider.
Mm.
But what annoys me is what she did on Chi Chi.
What did she do on Chi Chi?
Yeah. She kidnapped Chi Chi a lot of times. And Chi Chi forgets everything. So Chi you might be close to Chi Chi today,
Mm-hmm.
and the next day she can't remember you. That's how fast she forgets things.
Oh.
And according to the lore, Hu Tao and Chi Chi became close at some point, and then Chi Chi
Mm-mm.
opened up to her, said she should be like dead by then, but she was saved by the Adepti or something.
Mm-mm.
So at that point, Hu Tao, as a friend, thought that it would be a great thing for Chi Chi to move on.
Mm.
So she did what she did. She kidnapped her several times and tried to bury her alive. Dude.
Oh my god, who
Like
told needs
what? Oh
therapy?
my god. Yeah. And at some point, Baiju, the guardian of Chi Chi,
Yeah.
um, there was one time that they involved the Lilith because every time she goes to the Boo Boo pharmacy, she's now banned there because of what she did to Chi Chi. She
Mm-mm.
kidnaps Chi Chi always. And now every time Chi Chi is gone for a day or two, they
They
would
would
really
think,
go to
yeah.
Hu Tao. They would think that Hu Tao buried Chi Chi again. So it's to the point that Chi Chi remembered Hu Tao as the harasser. Like every time she sees Hu Tao, she can't really forget anymore. She just remembers that this person always tries to get me and bury me.
Mm-mm.
That's how traumatized the kid is.
Do you think
So
it felt like bullying?
I feel like she bullies Chi Chi already. And then lately when I actually forgot who talked to Hu Tao about it. Is it Baiju or Chi Chi herself? Because at the end, she actually realized that
She's
what
being
she's
mean.
doing is not helping Chi Chi. I mean, technically, Chi Chi is alive because she has adeptal powers now, and she can't really move on because her willingness to die is not there.
Mm-mm.
So every time she runs after Chi Chi is to give her a hug now,
Oh,
which is
okay,
what we
okay.
see in the trailer. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
she tried apologizing several times, but it didn't work.
yeah. I like
Yeah,
the hugging one, like
yeah.
because the ghost hug Chi Chi as well, like the ghost rub. It's just weird for people who doesn't play Genshin, but okay. But when you were saying that story, right, it kind of makes me feel like these two friends, right, and then this one who is playing tricks on this, playing pranks, doesn't really have ill intention, but because sometimes
Mm-mm.
like the boundaries isn't properly established, it might cause
Yes.
like bystander to misinterpret, or even like the person themselves on the receiving end to misinterpret, like like Hu Tao's or like the doer's main intention. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
so it just kind of felt like
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
I
and
agree. But
it's really quite interesting, and thank you for like taking so much time to really dissect and share this character, because I didn't really know as much. And I mean, we're at number three. Just wanna thank you
yeah.
as we go on, because I feel like the next two is quite interesting. Okay,
Oh,
the
okay.
second one, um, Tagalia, Tagalia, it's a lion
Natalia.
schemer. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Tatalia, Tataglia,
Or
child,
Taglia.
Chide.
Ajax.
Whoever this guy is. Yeah,
Yeah.
so apparently back then, I mean, he's considered one of the most powerful characters in the game, and he can throw a freaking whale on you.
Mm-mm.
And well, in the law, 11th part, we that aside, he's a pathological liar, and
Mm-mm.
uh, I guess one thing that was mentioned in the game, in this whole game, and all is about how he's very manipulative, and he only desires to fight the strongest enemies. So that's kind of like his motive, and he enjoys fighting with powerful individuals, and uh, because of this, he deceived people, he deceived the traveler, and pretty much Li Yue, and
Yeah.
also he released the Osao, yeah, the
Mm-mm.
imprisoned enemy of Rex Lapis, to bring out Li Yue's god so he could challenge him. So he was willing to risk everyone's life, just so he can prove himself or like to fuel his ego. So what's your take on this?
I mean, he doesn't look at the consequences. It's like he can do anything, whatever the
Mm-mm-mm.
means are, without
Mm-mm-mm.
without thinking of anyone's safety. Yeah. I like how you mentioned where he released Osayo, the
Yeah.
imprisoned god of Rex. I mean, the enemy of Rex Lapis, basically, just to challenge him, who's the best or whatever. And hello,
Mm-mm-mm.
dude, it's the entire leeway going to suffer just because of that. And he
Mm-mm-mm.
didn't think of it that way because his ego's too big and he wants to prove that he's the greatest fighter in Tibet.
Mm-mm-mm.
Well, to make it simple though, I agree. He's a liar and a schemer. You know why? On his story quest,
Mm.
he lied about being a toy maker and his brother, and he puts his brother in danger.
Mm-mm-mm.
When we saw the ruin guards on one of the factory in Liwe that the Fatui is managing,
Mm-mm.
he basically said, "Yeah, that's our toy factory," and he knows that Tusser is the brother, so Tusser likes the ruin
Yeah,
guard, and he just lets us enter
the domain. Yeah,
the domain
yeah.
without thinking of his brother's safety. I know he's trying to save the traveler and the brother at the end, and it's kind of cool. Like, oh my god, he's willing to save the brother and the traveler, and he's not that bad at all. But the thing is, he's still bad in the first place. He wouldn't be on that situation if he allowed Tusser to just go
Yeah,
back to Liyue Harbor. Yeah.
because I feel that like okay, I feel that like he saved it. He went on to save, right. I mean, he went on to save the little brother and
Mm-mm.
traveler. At the end, it just kind of felt like uh they were just giving him like a saving grace, like to allow us
Yeah.
to not totally hate this character, you know to just kind of give him a good side. So I feel that like if if this person or personality really exists, I was thinking like would he really save him, like save his brother, or like
Mm.
I think I also think about like what's his intention as well, because like to lie to his sibling, or like you said, to put it into to danger, to put them in danger. And I don't know, like I maybe like the personality I'm not really like so clear of, like the way they are writing him, maybe because
Mm-mm.
there's a lot of things I don't know. And because when I was reading, like briefly going through the story, it just makes me feel like the fact that he can still like have a conversation with the traveler at the very end, in a very calm manner. It kind of feels like he's not that bad after all. But then
Yeah.
again, like there might be like things that we might not know, like maybe only to be reviewed down the storyline. Yeah.
Well, he's very interesting. I know why he's a character with the bloodlust because he
Mm,
suffered a lot when he fell into the abyss.
mm, mm, mm,
I mean, if you read his lore, he suffered a lot down there in the abyss, and he was only gone for 3 days in Tibet time.
mm,
But
mm.
according to him, he was
It
down
felt like
there for
years.
3 months. Yeah,
3 months. Okay.
imagine. So,
Yeah.
3 months you're just fell into another place with
Mm,
non-stop
mm, mm.
fighting, and a person guided you to
Mm,
how
mm,
to
mm, mm.
fight, and that's how you survive.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, that person who taught you how to fight was not able to leave just because they actually stayed so you can go back to your family.
Mm, 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 mm.
I mean, they're supposed to leave the place too, but um,
But
they weren't able to. And now there's a lot of theory who is the person who
mm,
tried to taught. I mean, that tried to teach Tartaglia how to fight or whatever.
mm.
Well, I thought it was the other twin, or what?
Oh yeah,
I
I
mean,
think it
that's
might
just
be.
a
Yeah.
theory. Yeah.
It might be because okay, I feel that when you were telling me that, right,
Mm.
on the more like psychology side of things, the reason why he might be doing this is partially because or very likely will be PTSD, because one of the symptoms of PTSD is us like not knowing we are safe, even though like the situation is, but the brain still cannot tell that it's safe. So perhaps because of that, he feels the need to constantly fight, and he has to keep
Yeah.
fighting, to be safe. Because now that you mentioned about how he's passed and how like he was stuck in the abyss,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean I do wish that like the saving grace is something um true about him, because uh that side, it really makes me feel that he's more like, I don't know, like he's more flawed as a character in a way, because I feel that characters who are totally bad or totally good isn't a good character, because you actually need like two sides to really make up like a character that a person can like, because it feels more real if like he has flaws, but then
Mm-hmm.
again he also has sides that we can admire as well. Yeah. So perhaps in this case, like he might not be aligned with the Fatui, with even though
Yeah.
he is on the antagonist side, he don't really side with all the bad things that they do. So it just kind of reminds me of those kind of, when you're with those jocks back at school, and then you don't really participate in all like the bullyings, because you might find that it's not right, it's not morally right. So perhaps he kind of also have his own moral compass that he very strongly relies on, so it kind of makes him uh, a little better. But then again, the manipulative side, that really that's something else. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Something like
think
that.
so. I think you're right, because the only reason he was asked to join the Fatui is
Mm-mm.
his father noticed there is a change on his behavior. Well, this is according to lore. That
Mm-mm.
he likes to fight. He likes
Mm-mm.
fighting, and when he went back, he was initiating fights, which is
Mm-mm.
not good in a small village. So he lacked training too, because meaning even though he knows how to fight, it's not um it's not perfect, and at the same time he gets injured all the time. So to enhance that and to at least suffice the bloodlust, I think
Mm.
they ask him to join the
The
army.
Fatui, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Understand.
So yeah, understandable that I mean I feel like the father is um I think his father tried to make him in a better person because they
Yeah.
don't know that it's the Fatui he joined. They thought he would be a better citizen or a
Yeah, correct,
better
correct.
person by joining the army, and they
Yeah.
didn't know that soldiers the goal of the soldier
Yeah,
protecting the
yeah.
country is
It's
the
not
main
exactly
goal
good.
of it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, you
That
cannot
what
really
makes
blame
it
the father.
interesting.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on, right? We're on our last one. So
Oh,
this last
okay.
one is about Paimon, about how Paimon might have sinister motive because Paimon always, like mostly Paimon is the character that floats around the main character, which is the player, and speaks for the character, him or herself. And in this case, Paimon was mentioned because they feel that like she purposely put the character or the player in certain situations where
Mm-mm.
it might be endangering, you know, and she might considered to be the main villain of this whole game as a theory. So what do you think of uh, Paimon's personality, and how
Yeah.
how how do you think she fares as a person in this case?
She can be annoying at times in terms of sometimes it's all food.
Mm-mm.
Like the traveler all does the work and hello, you're just accompanying me, so
Yeah, yeah,
you're taking all the glory at the same time.
yeah,
And I agree, she is sus. Yeah, she is
yeah,
definitely sus. Like how can you not remember where you're from,
yeah,
you know? And and at the same time remember everything in Teyvat. Like you're the guide,
yeah.
you know? Like
And like
I don't-
it always felt like she's leading, the character to somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah,
So the
and it felt like,
personality twice.
yeah, you say first,
Um
you say first.
wait. Personality twice, I think like it depends on the player because I find that some players is annoyed by how Paimon
Yeah, yeah,
speaks.
correct, correct.
Yeah.
And I think to some
Actually I don't
people,
find it.
yeah, you say first, you say first. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, I say sorry. Yeah, yeah. I'm
Oh
not
wait,
being a
last one.
Paimon now. Am I?
Mm.
Am I being a Paimon now? Yeah.
No.
No, you say first. You say first. Yeah, because I was trying
Okay,
to
last one.
process it. Yeah.
So I feel like Paimon does all the talking and we're doing all the work, you know. I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we're not entitled to an opinion.
yeah,
So
yeah. I was about to say that,
that's
so I
it.
guess I was being a Paimon. Yeah. Like she just keeps talking, and she doesn't really give the traveler a chance to pick a choice
Yeah.
in things. Yeah, in general. Yeah, and she doesn't contribute in combat, so at all.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah. But
Yeah.
there is a redeeming quality. Okay. Let's not hate on Paimon. Cause remember when we fought Child and they transform into the devouring deep foul legacy transformation where the the floor of the golden house somewhat destroyed and we fell. If you see that closely and in slow motion, Paimon actually didn't fell with the traveler. Paimon tried to push her body on every debris just so the traveler would not be hit. So she can shield the traveler.
That's cool.
So yeah, it's not contributing to the annoying part, but I'm not saying she's useless. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, actually, they should actually give Paimon some use, like Paimon would help feed the traveler food, like a MRE, like an extra MRE.
Yeah,
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
like emergency food.
Yeah.
But the annoying part I think is the idea. What if Paimon is the last boss, like the theory says? What if she's the last boss and we get the greatest betrayal of all time in Genshin?
Yeah, like they just build up to
Yeah,
it, right? And
yeah.
in the end, they want us to just like take that, like
Mm-mm.
the whole like it is going to be like, it is what it is, and the whole truth uncovering, and eventually
Mm-mm.
you'll see that, oh, this is, yeah, actually it sucks. But the person who's traveling, but I feel that it might be a bit dark though, but I would also feel that it might not be impossible, or it might not be something that they want to tackle or they want to use, because Paimon, right, in literature sense, is quite important or usable plot gear in this sense, because this person was actually planted beside the traveler for so long, and to have
Yeah.
this character turned against the traveler, right, would really be one of the most utmost like betrayal. Yeah. Or even if Paimon contributed to, I don't know, it could be death of certain characters that uh is a, who believe to be good, that kind of stuff. It
Yeah.
might
I
even
feel
be,
like
yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be painful if Paimon is really the someone that can betray us in the end, because we are
Yeah.
close to them, and
Yeah.
of course we don't know that yet. It's all a speculation at this point.
Yes.
And it is gonna be painful if it was, if it.
Correct. And just to know, there's the word pain in Paimon.
Oh yeah! Oh my god! Now that you mention it, of
Yeah, it's the
course
word pain
there
in
is.
Paimon. So this is what
Rip.
Paimon's gonna give us, huh? Yeah. So
That
yeah,
very sad. Very sad.
and Paimon felt like those kind of friend, right? Like in real life,
Mm.
like if Paimon is like a person, it felt like the kind of person who, um, like tells you a lot of things on what you should do, but doesn't
Mm-mm.
really backs you for it. But then again, right, on the other hand, like you said, the redeeming quality is like this person will be there for you. Just that this person, him or herself, might have a very warped reality. So like this person will always believe that you should do a certain thing, or
Mm.
like you should, behave in a certain way. Yeah. Maybe delusional, semi delusional person might be something. Yeah. And I guess with that being said, it felt like a lot of characters in Genshin needs therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. There,
Yeah.
there we have it.
Yeah, there we have it.
It's our 10 most annoying characters in Genshin. So,
Yes. So I hope
yay!
you guys
What do you
enjoy.
guys think?
Yeah. The pilot episode, and I guess we can wrap up this one, and then maybe we can talk a bit more off recording.
Mm,
Yeah.
sure.
So, that being said, this is it. This is the pilot episode of Ride of Tibet, and I hope Chili and I can, have gladly entertain you guys, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
See ya. Bye.
Bye. Wow. Okay. I think it is. Thank God we just did like 10 annoying characters, because
Yeah.
it took us more than an hour.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's
Imagine we did not notice
yeah.
that
But
time.
it is nice. I really like how you share like a lot about the characters, which I feel like to people, you really like did check the box of like, like for those people who doesn't really play the game or doesn't know the game, at least like they have some sort of context, and they can form their
Mm-mm.
own relation when they listen. I think especially like the Bennett and Fischl part.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Actually, I realized while we're talking about it that they both need therapy. Like, oh wait, yeah, that's true.
And like when you were saying it, it just kind of felt like, it's like one of these moments, right, that I don't know, it just feels real, man. And yeah, anyway, XZ mentioned if we tried the new co-op activity. I don't know what
Yeah,
activity.
you have to activate the new event.
Or how do
It's
I
the
activate it?
reminiscing. I will leave first, then we'll rejoin because you cannot activate it if you're in co-op. That one, yeah.
Oh, this one. I think
The
I
reminiscent.
I can activate like tomorrow or something because it's I'm gonna like just chill with you guys for a bit and then uh head off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
do
yeah.
it. It's short.
It's
It's
short.
just
Okay,
short.
okay, okay.
Yeah, it is just short. We can do like one run co-op and
Okay,
it's not
and
gonna
we can
take
we
long.
yeah we next time let's think of like a route to walk like to do as we talk or like something we can do. I know, right?
Mm-mm.
Because for a part right in the game, right, I was actually trying to find you just now.
Oh yeah, I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, yeah.
I did your dailies because I saw they didn't do it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Let me just do like the quest thing. Super mission. If we're gonna do it tomorrow, we can. Uh, I think tomorrow I can do it if it's a bit earlier because I have like viewing early on Sunday.
Mm-mm.
Which one? This one? Unsolved mystery. Yeah.
Yeah, any unsolved mysteries. Yeah, I think that one. Then you have to go to Golden Apple again in a
Yeah.
particular island, the Fatui Island, I think. That one.
And I think this we really did this episode well. Like I really like how we cover this. Wow, streaming XZ play Valorant XZ streaming all
Wow.
day XZ, how many hours you streaming? Tomorrow I need to go and deliver mooncake lah. I don't know you guys celebrate Mid Autumn, so like we
I don't,
yeah
but I ate mooncake.
yeah
I like mooncake
you like
a
I
lot.
love mooncake as well. Oh shit. Next time if you're ever in SG during this festival, we can get you some of the best mooncakes. Yeah.
When is the festival? Like this month, August or?
Yeah, like usually this month, then people start buying, and some of them can be
Mm-mm.
ridiculously expensive.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
what was the like the duration of the celebration?
Usually it's kind of like a month-ish. It can go a bit longer than that, but they have like this particular week, right? I'm not sure when, but like the lunar
Mm-mm.
calendar week, where the kids just kind of play like candles, and then they bring the lanterns out, and it used to be a bit more. I guess it used to be a bit more fun back then because
Yeah.
there isn't so much technology. Kids are outside hanging out instead of being by their phone, so
Mm-mm.
it is very different compared to like now. So back then, a lot of kids would hang out at the playground, and then you can see a lot of kids playing with lanterns, candles. Even like people who are like young teens, like 15, 16, we were still playing with candles and stuff, and I guess it's kind of nice. And sparklers,
Yeah.
like the Yoimiya sparklers, yeah, yeah. But right now, it's sad that there's not so much of this kind of thing. I mean,
Mm-mm.
especially in Singapore. Yeah. So anyway, where do we go from here?
Yeah, here. The red cross here at the back.
Oh,
And then you can activate co-op.
okay, nice. Oh my god, how do we play this?
Um, just we will be in the air, going down, collecting coins and fighting enemies until we drop to the ocean.
Okay.
And there's a
Chili
timer for
cheese.
it.
Chili cheese.
Oh,
Chili
sorry.
cheese. No worries. Anyway, thanks for like always coming on and doing podcasts and all because I really appreciate it. Like it really became like an activity. I is there anything that we have to do?
We're waiting, but
Okay.
use someone that you can fight
Okay.
anyone.
Yeah. So yeah, it just makes me feel like because I used to always do podcasts by myself like alone, right? And then like
Mm-mm.
recently we have been collaborating a lot more, and it just makes me feel nice. It feels nice like we have like I have someone to like bounce off podcast ideas with, and then we create content together and all, and well hopefully it goes like big enough, I'm planning to like
Yeah.
cut some of like the best parts to see how, like, there's another some if there's another any way we can market it or something.
Mm-mm.
I really like the part where you talk about the therapy thing. I think it could go semi-viral. It had the potential. Yeah, like I feel that we covered some really interesting things, and I wish we can continue doing that as we go. I think especially in right off the bat, if we manage to do that, I hope we can impress Hoyoverse.
Oh yeah, we can. We
Yeah,
can. Oops. What
yeah.
happened? Why am
And
I
by then we
flying so
can
high?
have free. We can do Hoyoverse's giveaway sponsored by Hoyoverse. Oh shit.
That's a potential though, cause not sure if you are active in Hoyo Lab, but
Oh no.
you can actually submit the entries to Hoyo Lab. So I'm thinking we could do it that way. Like um
Oh, we could.
yeah.
We could because like tomorrow, like, oh fuck, I fell. If I fell, how?
Oh no, you fell? Okay.
Then how?
Wait, we have wait, I will vacuum everyone.
Okay.
uh
Oh no. Should I
oops.
what should I fly back?
No, it's fine, it's fine.
I just let it
Yes, wait.
go down. Okay. Wow, I just
There you go.
hamka Oh, I can press P. Return to challenge area. Is it? No.
You plunge, I think. Can you plunge? Okay. Okay, there you go.
Okay. Where are my friends? Oh, I saw you guys. Yeah, because I feel that if we can, right, and personally, like, I enjoy creating this kind of Genshin content. So I
Mm-mm.
feel it could be something. Yeah, we can discuss again
Yeah.
how we can market this, because I feel this whole thing, this whole series can be something altogether. Yeah, but I also feel that, like, we don't have to like always pressure ourselves to it should be like we should make whichever we are feeling. So like if we are feeling to do like the reacting more, then we should keep it to that. If not, then we can do this. So it just kind of
Oops.
also gives us a bit of like flexibility when it comes to like the kind of content we are creating. Yeah.
Mm-mm. Actually, I enjoyed doing podcasts. I don't have like a solo podcast yet, which I'm actually planning to do
Yeah,
so.
you should, you should,
Uh
you should, you should.
yeah. So I feel like doing more of these can it's like giving you experience and at the same time more relaxed when you are doing your own.
Yes, yes,
Uh,
yes.
I feel
uh,
like I can do that now, but I still enjoy like a better collab
yeah, actually
podcast.
it's quite fun to like do both. Like you can also do
Yeah.
like your own and collab, and I feel it also expose. I mean, for me, and what I can share is like it really exposed me to different kind of
Mm-mm.
content, because when you're doing by yourself, right, it's more like experimental. You can really try and do different things, and
Yeah.
whereas like collab, it's more towards like we can discuss what kind of content we are gonna create. I mean, not we don't really script. I mean, as you know, like we kind of fail at scripting, so it's more towards like what kind. Oh, okay. So all these are time locked. So it's
Yeah.
more towards like what topic are we gonna tackle? So like for me, that is more like something different, because I don't get that when I was doing my own podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really learn a lot, and yeah, it's nice lah to have you guys to continuously create content together with. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that being said, I guess this is it. It's gonna be two.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
done. We done actually.
Do you have to? Will you be streaming
Oh, you know, tomorrow I'll stream again.
tomorrow? You
Or
stream?
at it.
Hmm?
Yes. But it's in the afternoon. For today I'm done with the streaming. Are we gonna do another podcast tomorrow or
We can see how it goes. Yeah. Yeah, we can see how it goes. Oh, I
okay.
haven't gotten your Mia. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna do like a raid. Oh, I haven't got
Okay.
a small raid. Uh, even though we got a set 4 packs. Yeah, your Mia never come home. Yeah. Oh, we got 5 packs now. Whoever come here sway we are gonna zao already. Okay, so anyway, thank you guys for tuning in and all. Fuck the raid message lah, just read and fuck off.
Yeah.
Read and fuck
Oh
off.
no.
We should put the read message to read and fuck off. XZ, can you help me change?
Yeah. No. Why? Look at that. It's
Ruffle!
bruh.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So anyway, that's it. Thank you guys for hanging out. Let's just hang out again soon. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Wow. I really liked our episode actually. I really like what we did. But sorry that I cut you off like when we were talking. Like,
It's okay.
I cut you off like 1 or 2 times. Yeah.
I mean, we can. I think we can do it. We can still do it better, and I
Yeah.
think like verbal clashes can't be helped sometimes. We just need to be
Yeah.
better at it.
Yeah, we have to.
No, actually, thank you for doing stuff as well, like the podcast, because like I said, I like doing it, but at the same time, I don't have my own, and I like collaborating,
Mm.
and I feel like I'm gaining experience on that part as well. So yeah, thanks. I'm really looking forward to doing more content
I'm actually very
with
grateful
you,
because
and
yeah, I really enjoy like I think I don't know if I meant it was on a episode that I talked about you like you were mentioned in one of my like solo episode about how like you eventually became like a very constant character that I create content with, especially like you were almost at the like you were at almost all like the write-off series, like all the collab series, and you made me feel like it's fun, like I look forward to like get on the podcast and then just talk about things.
oh,
Because I really
same,
never
same.
thought about doing a collab podcast, even like on Twitch, and
Oh,
until like it's like because I told you what you're like the first person I collab with,
yeah.
and when I just first did that, it was like wow, it really made me open up, to this whole idea of not just collaborating, but also I guess it's also not easy to have people who are constant. So I'm really glad like we met and we have been creating podcasts together because uh, I back then Melora we do have our own podcast, but not people are not very uh, they don't really stick to it. So that's sadly that's one bad thing lah. Yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe they're always. I mean, it's not their constant interest. I guess there
Yeah,
are people
I
like
think
just
that's
to
also
participate one time.
mm. And some
I
even
don't know.
find
I
it like
kind of
a
like it.
chore. Yeah. But you can let me know. Like I'm really glad you liked it because I never thought I'll find someone who not just liked it and also like have the passion to create this kind of content, like to create content as a whole, like holistically create content.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, and let's do more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's do more. Let's all make Hoyo notices.